Hi my crafty friends, this is Jill with Greenwood Girl Cards, and I am working on my Crafty Dares. It is Thursday, and I have some free time today, and I am at home, and I decided to play with the Crafty Dare for this week from Tell Him Thank You, who is Tina. Hello, Tina. And so I thought, why not just turn on the camera for a few minutes while I am creating? And what I'm also doing laundry, so you hear my laundry machine in the background possibly. But the Crafty Dare for this week from Tina is, and I forget whose dare it is this week, but the group Crafty Dares over on Instagram. The dare is to use a stocking, non-traditional Christmas colors, and free choice. So that means I can do kind of whatever I want with the stocking. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put in it because I have a free choice, and the non-traditional colors I've chosen to work with are beige and kind of a rose and pink. So I picked out some really pretty papers. This one that I'm cutting right now is from Iralamija shop on Etsy. That's where I got it. And I will link her channel when I upload this little video that I'm filming. I don't know that I will finish the projects while I'm on camera with you. More than likely, this will just be a short excerpt of my creating. And then you'll see the finished products on Saturday Morning Makes when I upload my Saturday Morning Makes video, because I share my Friday Crafty Dare in the Saturday Morning Makes video, and I will also post it to my Instagram eventually once I take photos of whatever I create. And I sometimes have to wait a day to take the photos because I need light to get a good photo. And oftentimes here in Seattle it is very cloudy and overcast, and I can't get a good photo until I have a day where there's really good light. So anyway, so I am just fussy cutting. When you're fussy cutting, it's always good to kind of turn the paper rather than your scissor. I don't know if everybody knows that, if you're new to fussy cutting, or if you just, I know there's a lot of people out there who think I'm nuts for fussy cutting, but I find it very relaxing and kind of fun. And I also prefer woodblock stamps and older style products, kind of with homespun looks to them. And a lot of the things that I like are on woodblock stamps that don't have matching dies. And I also just grew up fussy cutting, so it doesn't bother me. I've done it my whole life. There may come a point, I'm sure, where I have arthritis or something and it makes it harder for me to do this. But for the most part, I don't mind doing it, and I often will do it when I am watching TV. So oftentimes I'll come down into my crafty space down here in the basement and I'll stamp a bunch of stuff out, and then I'll take my scissors and what I stamped upstairs, put a movie on, and I'll just cut while I'm watching the movie during commercials or, you know, whatever. But, and that way you have a stash of things ready to create with. So I do that quite often. And the other thing you can do when you're fussy cutting something out is you can do a rough cut, which is you cut away the bigger piece of paper from what you're cutting, and then it makes it a little bit easier to get in there with your scissors to the areas that you need to cut. Okay? So, and you don't have to cut all these little lines that I'm cutting around. I just kind of like having the little lines stick out. And I like to ink them up and kind of ink the edge of the stocking when I'm done. But you could also just cut these lines that I'm cutting around. You could just cut them off. There's no reason they have to be there. It's the design of this stamp, but certainly you don't have to keep the design that way. You can just cut them off. But so there's my fussy cut thing, and now I'm going to fussy cut some hearts to go on the inside here, and I'll pop those up slightly. So I have two cutouts so far. I have this one and this one. And this is from another Etsy shop, something paper prints, or I'll see if I can remember who she is and link it. But if you go to Etsy, you can type in ticking stripe digital papers, and there will be things that you can use. So I also needed some hearts, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp some hearts on here. Oh no, I was going to use this one. I forgot I stamped this. So this is another paper that I got from Iralamija shop on Etsy, and this is actually photo paper that I printed on by accident, but it's going to work just fine because I'm just going to cut this out all I want are the hearts. So I'm just going to do a rough cut here and get these. And now I'm going to cut out these little hearts, and I'm going to pop them up on the card in this little floral paper. And that will add some distinction. You know, it'll just separate this out a little bit so that there's a different color. I might need to do something a little darker, but I think once I ink the edges of these, it's going to be okay. So we'll see. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just doing some fussy cutting, and then I have to decide what I'm going to put inside the stockings. And of course I could put snowmen or gingerbread or maybe greenery and berries. I don't know. It just depends on what I decide to do. So that's about it for this video. I'm going to keep working on this, and let me know if you would rather I did this kind of thing more often, where you just are watching me create. I think that's going to go like that. And once I ink the edges again, it's going to show up a lot better. Inking edges just adds definition, and it's one of the most important things you do when you're creating, because that definition is what the eye needs in order to settle and see properly. So while I have you on here, I'll mention that Dee had posted some photos of some of the Diana Markham stamps that we're selling, and I know that Diana is working to try and bring her stamps back, and she mentioned it also. I think she kind of said a little something on Dee's Instagram. But for all of you that keep messaging me, asking me if Diana Markham is going to bring her stamp images back, she is working on it. It does take time, you guys, to do production, especially as an artist. She has to work with a company that can make her illustrations into stamps. So I know she's working on it. She's made that very clear. And it's a very exciting news, because I know so many people, I get messages almost every day about Diana's stamps. I think because I initially shared them last Christmas, and it kind of, I think for some of you it started that watch my channel, some of you were wanting those stamps and trying to get them, and of course they're very difficult to find these days. And they've gotten to the point, because they're so hunted and there's so many searches on social media for them, that people can charge more because they know that they're wanted. And it's just a supply and demand basis. So anyway, for those of you that are asking, keep patience, and hopefully we will see some stamps from Diana in the future, and I'm very excited. And the other thing I'd like to say is Diana has lots of products on the market with Adorn It. You know, and you can follow her Facebook, you can follow her Instagram and different places, and, you know, learn more about all of her art. I mean, she's made greeting cards, and I think she sells some greeting cards, I believe, through Etsy. But do some research, and there's things out there, including some beautiful embroidery stuff for kitchen towels and, you know, different projects. It doesn't all have to be geared towards stamps and paper crafting. So the other thing is that I don't know if I've ever shared these. Geez, do I have them down here? I don't even know if I have them down here. Let's see. I have a stack of books that I keep in my room for inspiration. And if you go out on the websites, you can often find different types of books. Like, for instance, this one's a Diana Markham. It's called Penguins and Polar Bears. And you can find these kind of books, and I don't want to give too much away, but there's Diana, and she has a beautiful family, but you'll often see in her books, and I don't want to show too much on camera, but you'll see things that in the books that you can also trace over, or, you know, be able to use to try to hand draw some things to color. So there's lots of options, and I've been thinking about starting a new, series of videos on my channel about creating art from scratch and how to go about doing that, because you don't have to buy a stamp. You don't have to buy something to color. You can create something on your own fairly easily if you practice a little bit. And I know a lot of you are out there going, oh, I just can't draw, but I can't draw either. And I've been practicing for about 6 months, and I am getting better. So I will share some of that hopefully in an upcoming series of videos that I want to do. But I just wanted to mention that there's lots of ways you can get things, get ideas to produce art. So there's always books and things that you can get, and I just wanted to mention that. So I'm going to go back to my little cutting here and finish up trimming out all of my little things to make my Crafty Dare. And I look forward to showing you my finished projects on Saturday for Saturday Morning Makes. Incredible Saturday Morning Makes this past week, you guys. I'm still seeing things pop up. Some people are doing more than one video, more than one Instagram post, so there's a lot to see. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I can get around to see everything anymore because I'm one little person, and I'm a busy parent and a caregiver for my parents. So but I just want to say that I am inspired by every post that I look at, and eventually, hopefully, I'll see everybody's art. So I thank you for your patience. I know some of you, I didn't even get to your videos until Monday, Wednesday, I forget. But I so enjoy everybody that's playing along. I think art is one of the greatest things you can do. I think it relieves anxiety. It helps make your heart smile. You can share what you create, and it brings a smile to someone else's heart. And in these days, that's so important. So anyway, I'm going to get back to my little crafting here while I have a few more minutes before I have to get on with my day here. But thank you guys so much for being part of Saturday Morning Makes, for making this beautiful community just a joy to be a part of. You're all so special to me, each and every one of you. All right, everybody, I will see you Saturday morning, if not before. And I think it'll be before because I have one more video I want to share. All right, bye now.